I think we'll see more and more of this happen. What is happening? What is happening is uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty, and it's a lot of uncertainty. And how do you find certainty? How do you find order in chaos? That's important. How do you find order in chaos? Yesterday, I had a really good conversation with someone, and that really good conversation was around AQI. This person lives in India, and they were complaining how AQI is so bad, and people cannot run. Like, how are runners even running in Delhi, let's say? So, is running in New Delhi with that high AQI? Wonder. Wow. I said wonder to this, or I said thoughts to this stream, but maybe we can have it called wonder. We're also making certain changes. So today, again, like yesterday, we did a stream, this was the last night in this new home, but now we are actually moving. So anytime we would be moving. So very interesting. Is running in New Delhi with a high AQI harmful to your health? And again, just like yesterday, we'll just keep opening the loops. I forgot what it's called, but we'll keep opening the loops. Yes, running in New Delhi with the AQI is pretty high. And she also mentioned that let's see. What are the pros and cons of living in Dubai? Somebody was mentioning me that how Dubai is interesting, but sometimes you don't end up making real friends and connections. It feels like the society is very isolated over there because everybody is trying to make money, and everybody is if the goal is also interesting. Like, is your goal lifestyle, or is your goal just like tax strategy? If your goal is just tax strategy, then yeah, we'll go to Dubai. But if your goal is lifestyle and actually build relationships and connections, then maybe moving to a city where everybody is moving with a certain mindset is not helpful, because then those are the relationships that you are making. So that was something interesting. We'll keep opening up the loops over here. Let's see. I had a good time in Dubai, but let's see. No personal income tax, massive upside if you earn well, founder-friendly free zones, quick company setup, minimal friction, global banking, capital access for operators and investors, lifestyle, world-class infrastructure, airports, roads, internet delivery, everything works, safety, extremely low violent crime, high personal security, convenience, culture, errand services, luxury, all optimized, network effects, high concentration of builders, finance, crypto, real estate, media, easy to meet international operators passing through, strong hub between Europe, Asia, Africa, climate, seasonal upside, perfect winters, outdoor dining, desert trips, beach life, cultural depth, can feel transactional, status, money, optics matter, less organic, art, intellectual, subcultures versus Paris, NYC, Berlin. Berlin is interesting. We don't usually hear about Berlin. What are the pros and cons of living in Berlin? Friendships can feel temporary due to transient population. Yeah, this is very interesting. A lot of people complain about this. Like, relationships are really important. Like, what is that study? What does that study say? Relationships are the most important thing. So you want to optimize for relationships. Let's see. What city should I live in if I'm only optimizing for strong, healthy relationships? Wow, that's an interesting question. Wonder, make art. Wonder, make art. Interesting. Copenhagen. Interesting. Coffee collector. Where's Copenhagen? Nightlife, right? Or nightlife? Denmark. Strongly emotionally based relationship. The answer isn't about GDP, weather, or nightlife. It's about social density, cultural norms around intimacy, repeat encounters. Copenhagen. Where is Copenhagen again? Denmark, I think. Yes, Denmark. Oh, this is exactly what we heard in Vancouver. So we have this exact thing in Vancouver. Okay. Is the Capital and largest city of Denmark, located on the eastern coast of Zealand Island, partly on a mega across the Strait. Renowned for its blend of royal heritage, innovative design, and sustainable urban living, it consistently ranks among the world's most livable cities and is a leading center for green development, gastronomy, and culture. Bishop Absalon. Merchants Harbour. 10th century Viking fishing village near today's Gammelstrand and became Denmark's capital in the early 15th century. Renaissance port city, later evolving through industrialization into a modern metropolis. The city's history is reflected in landmarks such as Rosenborg Castle, Christiansborg Palace. Sustainable planning and cycling culture. About half of its residents commute by bike on nearly 400-kilometer dedicated lanes. The municipality aims for carbon neutrality by 2025. Whoa. Globally noted for clean design, efficient transport, renewable energy initiatives. Green spaces such as Frederiksberg Gardens and King's Gardens are integral to city life. Royal contemporary architecture from Amalienborg Palace to the striking wonder. I think I like the term wonder. Wonder. Epingle not. Okay. Frequent Tivoli Gardens. Canals of Nyhavn and the Little Mermaid statue inspired by Hans Christian Andersen. Who is Hans Christian Andersen? We can also do this. This is pretty cool. New Nordic movement anchored by Michelin-starred restaurants such as Noma and Geranium. The city also serves as Denmark's economic and governmental hub, excelling in biotechnology, clean tech, and design industries. Connects over 3.8 million people in the wider Øresund region. High-risk society, low social defensiveness. People invest deeply in few relationships. Community rituals, shared meals, clubs, cycling life. Takes time to be let in, but once you are, it's for life. Montreal. Wow. Montreal. Very interesting. Emotional expressiveness plus intellectual warmth. Artists, immigrants, thinkers. Actually dark. Okay. Socialize a slower, layered human. Winters test commitment, which ironically deepens bonds. Winters test commitment. This is true. This is true. Winters test commitment. Lisbon was also very interesting. Melancholy, warmth, emotional honesty. People linger, listen, remember. Strong intergenerational social fabric. Less ambition density, more soul than speed. Kyoto. This is actually nice. Relationships are built through consistency, not performance. Deep respect, long-term orientation. Ritual creates trust. High cultural barrier, but relationships are extraordinarily stable once formed. Behlan. These are the best pictures ChatGPT found of Berlin. Okay, I'm actually curious. What is the algorithm ChatGPT uses to surface images for a query? Because it's so bad. One of my goals is also that, like, we'll wonder so much, we'll go deeper and deeper, and we'll kind of be the power user of ChatGPT Atlas. Let's see. That is the goal. That is not the goal. That is going to be one of the side effects of doing this. Radical honesty, strong sub-communities, artists, thinkers. I think this is very interesting. Like, you should never be focused on one product. Like, today, yes, we can be the power user of ChatGPT Atlas, but if tomorrow somebody comes with a better product, we'll move over there, because our goal has to be wonder. Our purpose is bigger over here than the specific tool. Yes, we will will marry the tool to make it better, to do our work better. If a tool helps us reach our purpose or do our thing continuously, that's amazing. But we are not gonna be. It's not, loyalty is important. Loyalty is important, but also if there's something that's truly the best, we want to play with the best. Radical honesty, strong sub communities, artists, thinkers, makers, low social polish, high authenticity. Easy to fall into transient, non-committal circles if you don't choose intentionally. The meta rule. Healthy relationships cluster when people see each other repeatedly. Social life is unhurried. Emotion expression is socially rewarded. Status games are muted. NYC, Dubai, LA optimized for optionality, not depth. People see each other repeatedly. Social life is unhurried. Emotion expression is socially rewarded. Status games are muted. Meta rule. More important than the city. NYC, Dubai, LA optimized for optionality, not depth. SO optimizes for ideas, not emotional availability. London optimizes for politeness, not vulnerability. If I had to pick one for uni or curiosity, artistic orientation, multilingual journey, and long arc, I think Montreal is the best relationship compounding engine for you right now. It balances intellectual intimacy plus emotional warmth plus repeat encounters better than anywhere in North America. Intellectual intimacy plus emotional warmth plus repeat encounters better than anywhere in North America. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Non-cringy breakdown how ChatGPT surface images for a query for algorithmic intuition, not exact proprietary code. When you type a query, the system first interprets what you are asking. Intent. Show, compare, find examples, key entities, people, objects, places, styles, context, qualifiers, colors. I'm curious. Evaluate Vancouver on the meta rules. So Vancouver, cleanly. What images do you pick for Vancouver? Oh my god, so beautiful. Repeated encounters, medium, unhurried social life. What works? Date. Evenings are short, plans are fragile, weather dependent. Social momentum dies early in the week. Daytime hangs, coffee walks, wellness culture, calm energy, emotionally regulated people. Anchor optimizes for peace, not lingering. Is rewarded. People are polite, considerate, non-confrontational. Therapy language is understood. What breaks? Vulnerability is tolerated, not reciprocated. Emotional depth often stays private, not communal. You can go deep, but rarely together. Muted status games, less overt flexing than NYC, LA, Dubai. Nature flattens ego. Nature flattens ego. What breaks? Covert status signals, real estate, wellness, lifestyle purity. Emotional self-containment becomes a virtue. Status is quieter, but still present. Verdict. Status is quieter, but still present. Vancouver's core relationship pattern. Healthy individuals, polite connections, low relation friction, but struggles produce deep communal bonds, high frequency emotional intimacy, multi-layered social lives. City of parallel lives, not interwoven ones. Excellent for inner peace, average for relational compounding. Relationships are only the goal only if you actively counterbalance the city's default isolation. Host, initiate, repeat. You convert one-on-one depth into small group continuity. You choose neighborhoods over skyline living. Wow. Otherwise, Montreal will compound faster. Very interesting. Whoa. Did it just pull new images? Kafka. It's Main Street. Wow. ranking and filtering, contextual relevance, conversational context, conversation context, localization, user signals, rendering for you. In summary, today we also looked into Zipline. Zipline's story was really beautiful. Yeah, he was talking about, I forgot what he said, but he had an initial idea of what he wanted to do, and then he had an initial idea of what he wanted to do, and then he actually reached out to a minister in Rwanda, told them that, hey, this is the idea, and she was like, hey, shut up and work on blood delivery, because people are dying, people are losing lives because the blood transfusion, or the blood is stuck in traffic, and if you can just ship blood using your zip line, that would be amazing. And then he has the story of blood drop on the roof, which was very interesting. It was about the fact that there was a software issue, and the blood, instead of dropping in the parking spot, it dropped on the roof of the hospital. And then, because it's such a critical use case, the nurse actually climbed on the roof and got the blood and did the operation a couple of minutes later. So that was very interesting. Because it tells you that, yeah, people will, like, if your use case is critical enough, people will meet you halfway. Your consumers, your users will meet you halfway. Danish author, most beloved in literary history, best known for his fairy tales that have enchanted readers of all ages around the world. 1805, 1875. Writer of fairy tales, novels, plays, poems, travelogues, and autobiographies. Biographies make sense. Autobiographies. He wrote about himself a lot, maybe. Wrote about more than 125 languages translated remain central to global culture. Unlike traditional folk tales passed on orally, his were original stories blending fantasy and deep emotional and moral themes. Famous stories: The Little Mermaid, Ugly Duckling, Emperor's New Clothes, Princess and the Beast, Snow Queen, Steadfast and Soldier, Little Magical. Author crafted fairy tales, a respected genre. His stories have inspired countless adaptations, ballets, plays, films, including Disney classics, and even museums dedicated to his magic in Odense's hometown. Hans Christian Andersen. Wow, that's a beautiful photo. Hans Christian Andersen. I am now curious. This makes me think. Let me check Grokpedia. What's the update on Grokpedia? Any update? Chapati. Chapati, okay. Whoa, what is this? Total articles. Approved an edit for Chapati. Good edit article, original text. South Asian culinary practice suggested Indian subcontinental precision. South Asia is too broad for this topic. It's cool how they say we are still. Tatiana Schlossberg, she has apostrophe, so you need to change tenses of the whole article or adapt to her current situation. Zarda, also known as Meethe Chawal or Zarda Pulao. Persian culinary influences are blended in South Asian traditions. Fifth floor, really cool. Yogi Bear, really cool. Something is happening over here. How many people are home? Well, the latest update on the OpenAI team. SoftBank completed its $40 billion investment in OpenAI. OpenAI seeks new risk chief as Safety team resets. So this was good. Healthy relationship with city. Culture for city. Okay, finally it found some good photos. Our stream got banned yesterday because we were playing the Kanye West thing for too long. That was crazy. Intellectual density. Writers, designers, hackers, philosophers, founders. Conversations go deep, fast. Status matters rather than less than ideas. You can live fully in English, especially in creative and startup circles. Slower, less performative lifestyle, less hustle theater, more walking, long dinners, parks, late nights that don't feel transactional. Underground art, techno, philosophy, salons. Berlin still feels artist-owned. Creative risk is socially accepted. Cheaper rent, transit, food, just gives artists and builders real time to think. Wow. Writers, designers, hackers, philosophers, founders. Social coldness at first. Berlin's art reserve, making real friends takes time, repeated presence. Low prices, easy access, bureaucracy, wait lists, and competition are intense. Paperwork, appointments, letters, efficiency is not the vibe. Career ceiling, great for art research, early stage jobs, less ideal for high velocity capital markets or elite corporate ladders. Weather plus mood, long gray winters, sensitive light and energy, this matters more than you think. Building a body of work, thinkers who value depth over speed, builders who want low burn, high creativity. People are okay trading polish for authenticity, who may struggle. Giving constant sunshine, efficiency, or luxury, fast-paced finance, or hyper-ambitious corporate climbers who need instant social warmth. Wow. CRISPR gene editing for diagnostics. What are the latest innovations in blood work? Just wondering. Actively hiring a new head of preparedness, focused on AI risk safety and emerging threats from advanced models, including cybersecurity, biological misuse, and mental health risk. Shift toward more structured internal risk strategy amid external scrutiny. The preparedness role is publicly highlighted by Sam Altman with a competitive salary, equity. 555. That's crazy. Okay, I'm guessing they give the salary is low, and they make up for it in the make up for it in equity. Okay. One of the clearest recent strategic hires being publicized by OpenAI itself. Group collaboration features like group chats are rolling out. OpenAI leaders and architects of AI, including those at OpenAI, were named Times 2025 Person of the Year. Okay. Architects of AI Times 2025 Person of the Year. Jensen Huang. Whoa. The architects of AI. This is pretty sick. Jensen, Elon, Mark. Very sick. Most valuable company in the world is now a key figure in global politics. He believes AI will quintuple world GDP. Every nation needs to build it. Okay, let's do as deeply but simply as you can how an NVIDIA chip works. We'll let it go deep into it. Okay. 2025, SoftBank finalized $40 billion investment in OpenAI, one of the largest private funding deals ever, bolstering financial backing and influence on the company's board and strategy. What are the latest quotes from SoftBank CEO? Just just curious. What's his name? Masayoshi Son. Recent verifiable quotes from and public remarks from SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son, focusing on the latest available statements from December 2025, not general old quotes. As AI transforms industries worldwide, we need more compute, connectivity, power, and scalable infrastructure. Strategic emphasis on not just software but physical AI infrastructure, data centers, networks, power foundation to future AI systems. Regarding major AI investment strategy, although not a direct verbatim quote, overarching commentary from SoftBank CEO message corporate philosophy captures his framing. His ultimate mission is the evolution of humanity through artificial superintelligence that he believes will emerge within about 10 years. I just want to check if YouTube has banned us again or not. Okay, we are here. Alright, artificial superintelligence ASI that he believes will emerge within about 10 years. From SoftBank's official CEO philosophy message emphasizing ASI as a transformative future goal. Nvidia share sale. Much like Jensen Huang and Nvidia so much I didn't want to sell a single share. I was crying to sell Nvidia shares. Part of funding AI investments. I was crying to sell Nvidia shares. So funny. Economic Times. He cried after selling. Entire Nvidia stake a holding worth about $6 billion. The sale pushed Nvidia stock lower because investors took it as a negative signal from a big tech investor. Needed cash for open investment. Wow, he's like me. He's exactly like, he's one of us. Masayoshi Son is one of us. He's selling his stake to buy something that he thinks is more valuable. That's not bad.